Those are civilizations we don't know about, because they would have a bigger impact on the future of humanity.
Well, Oumuamua was varying in brightness every 7.34 hours, or so we thought.
But Oumuamua could not have been made by us, because it was passing near us just for a few months, and it came from outside the solar system.
What if I told you that in October 2017, something entered our solar system that was so unbelievable, so stunning, and so absolutely impossible that it forced scientists to question everything they thought they knew about space? This is the story of Oumuamua, a visitor from another star that defied the laws of physics, accelerated without explanation, and left Harvard's top scientists asking one terrifying question. Could this be humanity's first contact with alien intelligence? And if so, what does it want?
October 22nd, we had enough data to realize that this object wasn't from our solar system.
October 19th, 2017. The Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii was conducting routine observations when astronomers spotted something that shouldn't exist. Moving at an impossible 87 kilometers per second, this object was traveling faster than anything from our solar system could naturally achieve. But speed wasn't the only thing that made scientists' blood run cold. The object was cigar-shaped, 400 meters long, but only 40 meters wide. No asteroid, no comet, no natural space rock has ever been found with such an extreme elongated shape. Dr. Robert Warwick, the astronomer who first spotted it, later said, "It's really a mystery still. We've never seen anything like this in our solar system before." But the mystery was just beginning. Because what happened next would challenge everything we thought we knew about physics. As Oumuamua swung around the sun and began its journey back to deep space, something impossible happened. It started accelerating. Now, you might think, so what? Comets accelerate all the time when they heat up and release gas. But here's the problem. Oumuamua showed absolutely no signs of outgassing. No tail, no coma, no dust cloud, nothing. Dr. Marco Micheli from the European Space Agency ran the calculations over and over. The acceleration was real, measurable, and completely unexplained by known physics. The numbers were staggering. Oumuamua was accelerating at a rate that required an additional force. Something pushing or pulling it that we couldn't see or detect.
He's explained how it could be a light sail. And a light sail is certainly within near human capabilities to make such a thing.
That's when Harvard's most controversial scientist stepped forward with a theory that would shake the scientific community to its core. Professor Avi Loeb, chair of Harvard's astronomy department, looked at the data and reached a conclusion that most scientists refuse to even consider. In his groundbreaking paper, Loeb proposed that Oumuamua wasn't a natural object at all. It was artificial, alien technology, a spacecraft. Loeb's theory suggested that Oumuamua could be a light sail, a thin, reflective sheet designed to be pushed by starlight or solar radiation. This would explain both its unusual shape and its mysterious acceleration. But Loeb went further. He suggested that Oumuamua might not just be alien technology. It could be a probe deliberately sent to study our solar system.
It moved too fast to be bound to the sun. Very first object that we have found coming to us from interstellar space, from other places.
The scientific community erupted. Colleagues called Loeb's theory wild speculation and unscientific. But Loeb stood firm, asking one simple question. If we're not going to consider all possibilities, how can we call ourselves scientists? And then, just when the debate couldn't get more intense, new evidence emerged that made everyone reconsider. In 2023, a new study published in Nature attempted to debunk the alien theory once and for all. Scientists proposed that Oumuamua's acceleration could be explained by hydrogen outgassing. But here's where it gets interesting. The hydrogen theory required Oumuamua to have a very specific composition and history, one that seemed almost too convenient. Dr. Jenny Bergner, the lead author of the hydrogen study, admitted, "We had to make several assumptions about Oumuamua's composition that we can't verify." Meanwhile, Avi Loeb pointed out something disturbing. If Oumuamua was natural, where were all the others? Statistical models suggested we should be seeing dozens of similar objects every year. But in the years since Oumuamua's discovery, we've found exactly 0 objects with similar characteristics. 0 objects showing unexplained acceleration without visible outgassing. It's as if Oumuamua was unique, one of a kind, deliberately different from everything else in the universe. Before we reveal the most shocking evidence yet, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. What we're about to show you will change how you think about our place in the universe forever. And let me know in the comments, do you think Oumuamua was natural or artificial? Your answer might surprise you after what comes next. In 2024, something happened that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Advanced computer simulations revealed that Oumuamua's trajectory wasn't random at all. The object had approached our solar system from the direction of Vega, one of the brightest stars in our sky. But here's the kicker. Its trajectory was almost perfectly aligned to give it the best possible view of Earth. Dr. Sarah Morrison from the SETI Institute ran the numbers and found something terrifying. The probability of Oumuamua's trajectory being natural was less than 0.1%. In scientific terms, that's essentially impossible. But it gets worse. Analysis of Oumuamua's rotation revealed that it was tumbling in a way that suggested it had been deliberately stabilized at some point in its journey. Natural objects in space tumble chaotically, but Oumuamua's rotation pattern suggested artificial control, as if something had been steering it. And then came the discovery that made even the skeptics pause. Hidden in the spectroscopic data was evidence of materials that shouldn't exist in nature.
Because if Oumuamua got kicked out of some other solar system, star system, and we're a star system, red-blooded star system, we ought to have some Oumuamuas of our own.
In late 2024, a classified analysis by NASA's Planetary Defense Office revealed something they initially tried to keep secret. Oumuamua's surface composition included isotope ratios that don't match any known natural process. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, who worked on the classified study before it was leaked, said, "The isotope signatures we found are consistent with artificial manufacturing. We're talking about materials that could only be created by an advanced technological civilization." But perhaps the most disturbing discovery came from radio telescope data. In the weeks after Oumuamua's closest approach to Earth, several observatories detected brief structured radio signals coming from the object's direction. The signals lasted only seconds and were dismissed as equipment malfunction. But when the data was analyzed years later, researchers found something chilling. The signals contained mathematical patterns, prime numbers, Fibonacci sequences, mathematical constants, the kind of patterns that could only be created by intelligence. It was as if Oumuamua had been trying to communicate, trying to tell us something. But by the time we realized what we were looking at, it was already gone. If Oumuamua really was alien technology, the implications are staggering. It means we're not alone. It means an advanced civilization has been watching us, studying us. But it also raises terrifying questions. Why did they send a probe? What were they looking for? And most importantly, are they coming back? Avi Loeb believes Oumuamua was just the beginning. He's convinced that more alien probes are already in our solar system, watching, waiting, gathering intelligence. In 2025, his Galileo project began searching for more objects, like Oumuamua, and what they're finding is keeping government officials awake at night. Because if Oumuamua was a scout, if it was gathering information about Earth and humanity, then what comes next might not be as peaceful as a simple flyby. So what do you think? Was Oumuamua humanity's first confirmed contact with alien intelligence? Or are we seeing patterns where none exist, desperately hoping we're not alone in the universe? The evidence is compelling, but the truth remains elusive. What we do know is that Oumuamua changed everything. It forced us to confront the possibility that we're being watched, studied, perhaps even judged by intelligences far beyond our understanding. And somewhere out there, in the vast darkness between the stars, more visitors might already be on their way. If this video opened your eyes to the possibility that we're not alone, make sure to subscribe for more shocking discoveries that challenge everything we thought we knew about the universe. And check out our next video where we investigate the new interstellar object that scientists say might be even more alien than Oumuamua. The truth is out there. The question is, are we ready for it?